I'm Zeff Walker L. Most people know me by my stage name, TheZeffsterr. Hip hop artist at night, traveling artist during the summer. But during the school year, I was studying journalism at the University of Iowa, minoring in sports and rec management. I have high hopes to be a broadcast journalist in whatever profession that fits me. During my resume reel, you'll get a piece of some packages, some stand-ups by me, and also a little bit of my music career. So, hope you enjoy it. The season comes to an end for the Iowa women's basketball team, and more on how the Caitlin Clark effect brought women's sports to life. All that and more
coming up right now on DITV. Good evening from Iowa City. It is Tuesday, April 9th. I'm Jordan Tovar.
And I'm Zeff Walker L. And our third member of our team, Marshawn Gunn, is live in the DITV newsroom with the weather report for the week ahead. Marshawn, the weather has been incredibly nice these past few days. Can you tell us what's to come? Yeah, Jordan. Caitlin Clark's journey has been remembered and will be remembered by all college basketball fans across the entire nation and world, especially here in the state of Iowa. The Iowa women's basketball team dominated the NCAA tournament this year, and many fans hoped they would bring home some hardware after Sunday's loss against South Carolina. Against a heavily favored University of South Carolina Gamecocks, 75-87, in a physical battle over the NCAA title, the Gamecocks produced a perfect season with 0 losses on the board, both in regular season and tournament play. Despite the loss, Caitlin Clark believes the power of women's basketball team and what they can be. Now, with the season officially over, the Iowa women's basketball team returned to Carver for the final time this year. Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague made an appearance with a special announcement for the community. Along with Caitlin Clark and the basketball team's record-breaking season, this year brought all kinds of support for women, and it all started right here in Iowa City. Hawkeyes, did you know the University of Iowa has an esports lounge? They've upgraded their study breaks to full-on gaming marathons. Forget the coffee shops, their library is a gigantic LAN party.
Yeah, it's definitely very social. Everyone's talking. I made a couple friends who actually play Black Ops 3 as well. So, you know, if you're struggling to make friends or anything, you can bring over a friend. And they don't only have PlayStation, they have Xbox, Switch, computers as well.
They have systems in play to ensure that you're balancing school and academics with your leisure time playing video games in this space. They won't allow you to go over 20 hours per week, which is honestly fair enough and helps you keep your mind focused on why you came to university in the first place.
Kind of monitoring their hours, making sure that they're using their time wisely, because if they go over that 20 hours, we don't adjust it at all. It's kind of like, a lot of it is like you have to be self-aware and make sure that you take that time for yourself to really focus on school.
If you're looking for a place to play video games, board games even, or just meet new friends, the Esports Lounge is a place for you.
And then, you know, I eventually found the esports club and I joined that, and, you know, most of my closest friends now are from that club, and we've managed to bond over video games. I think video games, they can be an amazing tool to, you know, as much as people harp on how bad they are and stuff like that and how toxic they are, it can be an amazing tool for meeting and connecting with other people.
I love this club so much. I love managing it, I love working with it and everything. And I think a lot of people that work with us feel that way. And I think that being able to be recognized and getting that kind of support from school departments would really help us to do that better and do that more.
This is Zeff Walker L. from the University of Iowa IMU DITV. While as expected but not promised, Iowa City has experienced yet another tornado warning with wind speeds at a high of 70 miles per hour and quarter-sized hail.
I was in the top floor of Tippy, and I moved inwards from the windows a little, but I didn't hide or cover, which probably wasn't smart. But
though the sun may be shining now, just about an hour ago, all hail was breaking loose.
Yes, last year We actually looked this up. It was like, what is it, March 31st of last year?
Yep.
Yeah. So we had our, I guess it's an annual thing now. We got NATO's coming in yearly. So
From the University of Iowa Pentecrest, I'm TheZeffsterr, DI-TV. If I told you that those videos you spend 30 seconds creating could become an extra source of income, if you just took a little bit more time to actually capture the content with intention of influencing fellow students on campus and potential prospects.
So the idea came about as we saw influencers start to rise. The idea of an influencer on social media, certainly brands started utilizing social media, 10, 15 years ago, as soon as companies started realizing the power of social media. And about 3 or 4 years ago, the rise of influencers really started to be evident in that individuals speaking on behalf of, they have their own brand and their own followers, and they have a lot of influence in the people that are listening to them.
Traditionally, it becomes a conflict of interest when you are part of your own news story. But in this special case, I'm just here to share my experience as a student vlogger on campus in hopes to pass the torch to the next student who has that same eccentric caliber that can provide influence and share their own experience through an unfiltered lens here at the University of Iowa.
I were to identify an influencer who might be a good fit for this paid position, it would be someone who I already know is consistently creating really compelling video content on their social media.
From the DI-TV studio edit bay, I'm TheZeffsterr, DI-TV. Yeah, so I'm 26. I started college in 2016, so 8 years ago. Insane, right? And originally, the school I was at first didn't really work out, so I moved up to Iowa, became a part-time student. I withdrew from that school, so I was able to restart as a freshman at Kirkwood. That took about 4 years to get my associate's degree, especially with the COVID semester. I withdrew.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was a part-time student. I still had to pay bills, had to go to work, couldn't commit full-time to being in school when I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for. And I wanted to make a music career happen. That was my focus. So I sacrificed a lot of school years when my younger youth, in my early 20s, to focus on my music career to get to where I am now and further. So after I got my associate's degree, I took a year off of school completely, worked full-time, and I got bored. And I was like, I'm doing shows, I'm traveling, but I don't want to keep going to work. And I'm still living in a college town. I'm being influenced, going to all these sporting events. A lot of my friends are still in college. I was like, I just need to go back to school. So funny enough, I went to see Caitlin Clark play. Now granted, I swear this is a true story. Saw Caitlin Clark play, there was pretty much nobody in the crowd, and I saw Laura doing like sideline reporting, and I was like, I can do that. I have the voice for it. I'm already like a public speaker. I want to go to school for broadcasting. Did not know that the University of Iowa was ranked so high. My mom was just like, well, you could go to Florida. I went to go to Full Sail University. She was like, you could go to Florida, but you still building a career in Iowa. Why leave? The job isn't done.
Yeah, the market's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. So I applied to the University of Iowa, got accepted. Luckily, since I did that year off of school, I got in-state tuition, and here I am.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Where did you get your associate's degree from?
Kirkwood Community College. It was a liberal arts degree, so.
Interesting.
Yeah, just wanted to keep it broad because I didn't know what I wanted until that game.